Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. It's the 4th of October today, and we're going to be looking at Siacoin trading against Bitcoin over 4-hour candles. Some huge news has come through. At the start of this month, so 3 days ago, David Vorick, the head of Sia, posted in a blog that they're finally going to be changing their proof of work function to basically kick out Bitmain and inner silicon hardware. They're going to be allowing Obelisk miners to continue operating on the network, but they're really now pushing out the other two larger manufacturers. In the post, it's actually a really good blog post, and we've already covered it in CryptoVest, but I'll also link it in the main write-up. I'll do a bit later. He basically posted about the economy of ASIC manufacturers and how there's lack of competition, particularly in Siacoin. I think inner silicon is the dominant hardware, the dominant manufacturer of Siacoin rigs right now, and they themselves are able to bump up. I think they've increased their margins by 100% to the point that they can actually pay off to have their own rigs mine on the Sia network, as well as sell rigs to other people, to buyers. So they're saying that lack of competition is creating a lot of problems, and so they're going to just kick the two out. Bitmain, if we actually scroll back through Siacoin's history, you can see the effect that Bitmain had in particular. So as you can see, just before June, basically Siacoin's parent company Nebulous was going to be creating a subsidiary to actually manufacture ASICs to mine Sia themselves, and this created a huge amount of excitement. And as you can see, it just had this absolutely massive gain. I think it's like over 2,000% or something absolutely massive. I don't even know if we'll be able to see it. Oh no, it's like 3,300, just this absolutely massive gain. And then it suddenly came out that while there were being all this money had been put into making ASICs, suddenly Bitmain and another company, I can't really remember, but basically Bitmain had been making a Siacoin miner in secret and released it or announced it 10 days before the first batch of was about to be shipped, and this caused a huge amount of chaos, and there was like a civil war that went on inside Siacoin, with people saying we need to hard fork and remain resistant to the new Bitmain hardware. Other people said, you know, for the sake of decentralization, it doesn't make sense. We should just keep all ASIC miners and keep it fair, sort of that way. A real sort of split and a divide inside the Siacoin project and its community, and you can see it just plummeted all the way back down again, almost, you know, lost everything it had, all the way back down again. It was traveling here. Then obviously we had the November pump, Christmas pump, post Christmas pump, so in January. Obviously nowhere near what it was before. Then it came crashing down again. It sort of never really touched down to this sort of support area. It just kind of lifted off still. We had that sort of March, the bear market in March, recovery, so at the start of around May, but here is actually around 26th of April that it peaked here, and then started continuing down, and then we finally found the base support around August. Been tracking now for most of the month now, until very recently. Obviously this new development has now created a huge amount of excitement. We have a golden crossover on the EMAs here, between the 50 and 200 EMAs, which is a very, very strong sign of bullish momentum gaining. And as you can see, it's the first time we've seen a crossover since all the way back in April this year. So a huge sign of sort of like a big reversal now about to happen. You can see it's kind of been hampered down by this downtrending resistance over the course of the year, but it's now finally started to break through that. We're already at the top target of the first resistance area. We're now looking to the sort of new support, new resistance area around 137 sats to 145. So really interesting. We are a bit overbought. We started to correct down actually. Look at the RSI over 4-hour candles. You can see that we've kind of spiked up. We're now started to come back down again, so we'd like that to settle a bit further into the channel before pushing on again. But it's been gaining really consistently over the last 4 days, and it looks like it's going to start recovering quite nicely. Obviously the community are actually getting behind this asset again now after a long hiatus of a lot of uncertainty, so it's good that they've now cleared that up. They've got a new direction, and people seem to be really getting on with it. So yeah, an interesting thing to look out for, guys. We'll include a full TA in the write-up that will be on CryptoVest.com. The link will be in the description. Yeah, please like and subscribe and drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Cheers.